second match of the first day of the play-in stage, and we are looking for the opponent of PSG in the upper bracket. It's Loud against GAM, CBLOL against VCS. Let's waste no time and go straight into Game 1.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
With their gorgeous fans having their backs, Loud Esports, they start from the blue side with Robo on the Renekton, Croc on the Viego, Tinounce on the Nico, Root goes with the Kaiser and Seos with the Rockon. While their opponent from Vietnam goes into this one with Kia on the Rumble, Levi on the Jarvan, Cardi with the Orianna, Slater with the Xayah, and Pellet with the Nautilus. 2 minutes into the game, we see Pellet going in with the flash knock-up on Root. He connects the Ignite as well, but Slater, he doesn't follow into this, and so Seos, he strikes back, goes in with the Grand Entrance on the Nautilus, and he draws first blood, and also Root. He can get away there with his life. Top lane dive after less than 4 minutes against Robo. Levi comes in with the Jarvan, and together with the Rumble of Kia, they take him out. Same lane, just a minute later, it's a one-on-one between the two top laners. Robo, he gets low on the Renekton. But Kia, he goes for him with the harpoon into the flesh, overheated flame spitter, and he takes out his role opponent. But suffering a turret shot, he's now so low that the incoming Croc will have an easy game to trade this one back for his team. The first dragon of the game goes to Loud. And we look at the bot lane where Rude catches Slater, a little bit of sleeping. He goes in with a flash W to take the solo kill. And we are back into the top lane where we see a Rumble. Battered and bullied around by Robo and Croc until he takes the shortcut to his base. Now both teams looking for the Herald. The Pop Blossom of Tinounce won't connect because Cardi flashes away on Levi. He's taking down the Herald, but he has to make his way out of the pit before he gets gray screened. Couldn't collect the eye. And we're now in the mid lane, where Cardi gets surprised by Seo's Grand Entrance and Root, who goes in with the Killer Instinct. And so, the marvelous Orianna just gets recycled. Loud, they take the second dragon of the game as well, and we up into the bot lane to see Root with his next ultimate into the QW to take another kill on Slater. The Herald Eye, this time it gets collected, and so Shelly gets unleashed in the mid lane by Loud, who take out the outer turret. And it hasn't took them more than 18 minutes to take Soul Point in this game, while on the top lane it's Levi, taking the outer turret in return. And we skip another minute to go into the top lane where we see Kia and Robo now joined by Seos, who comes in with his battle dance into the flash W to knock up Kia. Robo comes in with his W stun. Root is in the mix as well. And Kia, who tried to save at least the turret with his ultimate, will be sent together with it back to the junkyard. And now we saw Cardi for a brief moment in the bot lane, where he will take down the outer turret. And we hop back into the top lane to Robo and Root, where Pellet goes in with the dredge line, and Root, having Sears in the vicinity as well, he just ignores the support of GAM, who will be destroyed there. It was just no chance to open up a successful fight for GAM there. And we're back into the top side jungle. Croc goes in with the Spectrum, all followed by Sears, who goes in with the Grand Entrance, and Tinounce with a Q over the wall takes the kill on Cardi. Kia TP's in, Levi with a desperation ultimate into the Pop Blossom of Tinounce for a double kill for the Loud mid laner. Loud has grown just too strong in this game by now. They will take the Baron Nashor. They take out the outer turret in the bot lane. And now, they're going for Dragon Soul. In less than 24 minutes in GAM, they won't find an angle to deny them the objective, and now they are flanked by Robo, who goes in against 4 members of GAM. He's just inhaling the damage that is dealt to him. Goes into the stopwatch, and it's Tinounce with a Pop Blossom. What a cohesive, magnificent, and tenacious engage from the CBLOL team. It's 4 members down on the side of GAM Esports, and now they lose the inner turret in the bot lane, in the mid lane, as well as the inhib turrets and the inhibitors in both lanes. But with the members of GAM respawning, it's not an angle to end this game just here. Even though they have a gold lead of 12,000, they will return moments later through the top lane, about to demolish the last pieces of structure standing on the base of GAM. And with Tinounce and Root closing in through the top lane, they will have the GAM team encircled around the top side inhib. But then it's a combined engage of Pellet and Levi. They go in on Croc and take him out. Also Robo below half HP, but he has his GA ready. Doesn't need to use it. But then it seals with a flash charm into the knock-up. Kia goes down, and Aruti goes for Levi and Cardi with his killer instincts. It's a triple kill for the Kaiser, and now they're going for Pellet. It's a knock-up by the Rakon, a double knock-up by the Nico, and now Root comes in to take the quadra kill. Will we see it? Will it happen? On day 1 of the play-in stage, will we see a Panther kill? The Nexus is exposed. The game is won, but it doesn't matter for now, because all that matters is Slater dancing around in his base. He goes into the stopwatch, comes out of it. Loud is going for it, and it happens. Root scores a pentakill. It's a pentakill on day one already. What better could this tournament start? Now they take the lead in this series with a statement. And we go straight into Game 2. Just a hell of a statement finish by Loud in game number 1, who come into this one now from the red side with Robo on the Cassante, Croc on the Nocturne, 10 ounce with Oriana, Rude, he's now going with Xayah, and Seos again with the Rock-On. And GAM then answer this with Kiai on the Renekton. Levi shows us the Lee Sin, Cardi the Ari, Slater now plays the Kaiser, and Pellet goes in with the Rel. And after GAM has taken the first dragon of the game, we now see Kiai taking under the turret. Croc comes in, has his ult already, but it will be Robo drawing first blood. But GAM, they continue with the objectives, they take the first Herald. And now we go into the bot lane. The initial one-on-one between Rude and Kiai turns into a two-man dive as Seos comes in. He gets stunned dangerously under the turret, but still he goes in with his WE. Tinounce joins the fight. Rude takes the kill, and with his Feather Storm, he escapes the turret. And on the other side, it's also a three-man dive. Known Robo on the Cassante, and he's dancing around his turret. Takes one hit after another. Again, let him find the damage to take him out. They have to wait for some cooldowns, and now it's a dismount of Pellet's Rel. Answered by the Pathmaker of the Cassante. He is still alive, ignited. He burns, but he still lives, and look how much time he takes off the clock before he eventually goes down. And we see Shelly in the mid lane, crushing into the outer turret of Loud. And with 30 minutes into the game, we see Levi connecting the Sonic Wave and the resonating strike on Croc, who flashed over the wall. And now it's Pellet, who gets smashed into the wall by Robo, knocked out by Seos. His life bar drains, but also Croc goes down, charmed by the Ari. Kiai on the Renekton, being the Vanguard, goes into everybody. Loses almost all his life, gets ignited. But in the end, it remains a 1-for-1 trade. Second dragon of the game now, the Paranoia of Croc. He goes in, looking for Kiai, but he dashes out of the pit. It's a fight all around the Dragon Hollow. Levi has to flash over the wall, but he's safe for the moment. On the bottom screen, it's Robo against Cardi and Slater. He gets charmed by the Ari, but he stays alive, and the dragon goes to Loud. With all the health bars so low, both teams are eager to take out the other, and now it's Croc going in, but he's a little bit too overexcited. The situation backfires, and he gets taken out. But the rest of the players will keep their lives for the moment. Seeing the replay of the scene before, we look at the bottom right screen, where GAM is tearing down the outer turret on the top lane. They will obtain a Herald, but in return they will have to trade in their mid lane tier 1. And after almost 18 minutes into the game, we see a careless Root there in the topside river, isolated, all alone, and even his Feather Storm could not save him from the grey screen. Seos tries to get in, but he's too late. And so now we see Shelly summoned around the mid lane tier 1, which she will tear down with joy as she headbutts right into it. And now escorted by 4 members of GAM Esports. She readies and gets off a second charge as well onto the inner turret. And after 18 minutes, the team from the VCS in the advantage of game 2. The third dragon of the game, we see both teams around the pit, but then Loud they decide to go for Kiai and the Renekton. Croc with the Paranoia engaged, followed by Tinounce. And they work down the health of the Crocodile slowly but surely, but they have to give up the dragon for this kill. And now Robo and Seos in a 2v3 that becomes a 2v4. But the Cassante is just too strong, gets knocked back by the roundhouse kick of the Lee Sin, and so everybody stays alive. But only for now, because GAM, they split up, and Carti, he doesn't realize that he's isolated in the bot lane, and a Robo goes in. Pathmaker into the all-out, joined now by Seos and Croc. And so this nine-tailed fox is a doomed one. Robo then tears down the outer turret in the bot lane, but Kiai just half a minute later answers back with the outer turret in the very same lane. 22 minutes into the game, lurking in the brushes, it's Levi on the Lee Sin. He connects the Sonic Wave, but Pellet, he will miss his ultimate. But then he connects his Q to Seos. The Ari charm will hit as well, and down goes the support of Loud. Kiai jumped in with a blast code, he finds the backline, he finds Rude, he takes out the ADC. And now he's going for Croc on the Nocturne, he takes the double kill. And also Robo goes down, only Tinounce survives. Great team fight by GAM Esports. The inner turret will be taken as a cherry on top of it. But the real prize will be the Baron Nashant now with the buff. They are going through the bot lane. Robo spots them. 3 members in the lane and Pellet looking for a flank. Again, they don't dare to dive the Cassante because he's a mighty opponent who goes in now. Fight Slater with his pathmaker to the all-out, and it's a shutdown. The Kaiser falls, no ADC for GAM. And Loud, they fend off the Baron push. And they use to Temple to take the next dragon. And they regain some momentum. Topside river now, we see Carti and Levi going for 10 ounce. The charm won't connect, but the Dragon's Rage kicks the Oriana into the river. But there's just everybody of Loud. GAM can't find the damage, and so Carti gets taken out by the Nocturne of Croc. Kiaya and Pellet find themselves in the midst of misery, and also Slater gets taken out with the all-out. 4 members down for GAM Esports, and that's it. All the advantage they built up just diminished in this very moment. Well Loud is taking the Baronesha and Soul Point. And now they're raging through the top lane, taking down the outer turret. And now going for the inner as well. It's a skirmish between the two teams, or between Robo and Kiaya to be more precise. And the Cassante just eats away half of the Crocodile's HP. Kiaya has to make his way into safety, and Croc goes in with the Nocturne's paranoia on Cardi. But he then gets chased through the jungle by Levi and Cardi. As the rest of Loud turns their eyes towards the inhib turret. But then it's Kiaya TPing into the backside. GAM now looking to encircle their opponent. Levi and Kiaya going in looking for Rude, who lets the feathers fly. Tino stays untouched. Slater and Levi in the stopwatch. But Rude has a stopwatch himself. As Robo takes out Cardi on the bottom screen, but GAM, they find the ADC of Loud. But so does Robo, fights Slater and takes out the GAM ADC as well. And together with Croc, he's now looking for the wounded Kiaya and Levi, and he pulls in the Lee Sin for a triple kill. It's the Cassante madness. And he's not done yet. He's looking for the ignited Kiaya, but he gets into safety, and so Robo now turns for Pallet. You cannot stop the Cassante. The rest of Loud tears down the inhib turret, the inhibitor. And now the Nexus turrets are exposed. And guess who's the vanguard there with little to no HP? It's Robo and the Cassante activating this Gargoyle Stone Blade for another time. But then it's Pellet on a rail crushing down, and finally it's Kiaya collecting the shutdown gold. I'm taking down Sears as well. And so GAM will survive, and 2 minutes later we're looking at Dragon Soul. Levi going into the pit, and he steals the objective. Against 3 members of Loud, he managed to get out of the pit again, but then he falls to the feet of the Cassante. And so he denies Dragon Soul. But without their jungler, GAM cannot deny Loud to take the next Baron buff. They will pour down on them like a storm rainfall. And so it's Loud taking out the second inhibitor after 37 minutes, and just another minute later. They're looking for the last stunning structure on the bot side, with Robo and the Cassante inhaling every damage that is thrown at him. Kiaya TP'd into the backside, but he gets intercepted by the Nocturne ult, and now he's chased down by Croc, by Rude, and by Sears. He gets knocked up, he gets evaporated in the jungle. Around their frontliner, things are getting more than delicate now for GAM Esports, because now they stand against 5 members of Loud, 3 of them already at max level. And they're bulldozing every structure in their way in the bot side. And now they're looking for an angle to end this. Tinounce tries to recall. He's looking to finish his Rabadance and then come back with the TP. Robo is looking to do the same. And here he comes back with the TP right next to the Nexus turret. GAM desperately fighting, looking for an angle to re-engage. To re-engage, and now it's Levi going in on Croc. But he gets feared by the Nocturne. Pellet joins, but both will be sent to the grey screen for good. Cardi and Slater unable to take out Robo on the just too tanky Cassante, and so Loud Esports takes game 2 as well. They take the series, and they will proceed to face PSG in the upper bracket of the play-in stage, looking for some revenge for the loss they had to take earlier this year at the MSI in London. And GAM, they are forced down to the lower bracket where they have to face R7, which they will have to defeat to keep their hopes alive to reach the Swiss stage of this tournament.